One, two, three.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
Hello, my name is Cristina. Today I'm gonna be telling the story of how I, a simple little girl from Miami, Florida, came all the way, I lived here before, but I came all the way from poverty and I got into this house that I'm in right now and I live here. And it's a 1-bedroom, no roommates, and I have no job. I'm gonna tell you how. Okay? Ready? My secret. A year ago, wait, how do I even talk now? A year ago in January 2020, I wrote down a list of everything that I wanted in 2020. One of those things was an apartment that's furnished. As you can see, I've got it.
My body different.
Here's how I did it. Is it messy when I showed it? Whatever, mind your business. So I had this wish list and a bunch of things happened to teach me, I needed to learn a lot before I got here. So from January to October, I moved here on October 8th, 2020. January I made the wish list, then I went into school. It was New York Film Academy. I dropped out in the summer, then I started dating my friend and we went to LA went a bunch of places. I went to New York, I went to LA. My mom drove from Miami to New York, then I linked my friend, then we started dating kinda fakely, not really. It was an accident. And he took me to LA and I linked my friend. And she told me that she was moving to LA and she told me I should too. And at that time I had a psychic and I told her, this girl's telling me to move to LA and I just have a feeling that I should. And then my psychic was like, yeah, you should. She's like, you're gonna actually do really well and you're supposed to and this is on your path. I was like, what? And in my head I'm just like, ha ha ha, yeah. Because I didn't face the reality of what that entails yet. Basically, because I was supposed to move, the universe set up a bunch of things for me to suffer, so I want to move. Before it's destined for you to make a change, wherever you are is going to become uncomfortable. So I was living with my mom and my 2 sisters. My mom is an Italian woman from Italy, and she is mad loud and just... So me living in this little house in Miami every day had me literally like, I would cry, I would have mental breakdowns, I need to leave, y'all yelling, all y'all is loud, it's too much. And then we was eating pasta every day, I'm like, can we get vegetables? And she's like, yeah. And then she puts vegetables with oil. I'm like, I don't feel good. It's too much yelling. I need my own space and I need healthy foods. And so I was like, this needs to happen. This has to happen. I cannot do this. So that was the motivation, because I cannot do something, so I'm gonna do the opposite. And so all of my tears brought me here. And yeah. Moving forward, from that point till I moved out, I was just set on that and having it in my head and figuring out how am I supposed to make money to do that. So I did some tarot readings, which I don't do anymore, ever. I'm never doing them again. I did some tarot readings, I made money from that, and then unemployment, I saved that. Then I was supposed to get this really big payment, and really big, that it would have had me set, basically. So I was planning with that payment that didn't exist and wasn't about to come. It's coming now. It took that long since August. It's coming now, but At the time, I thought it was coming at that time. So I was working with that in my head. Like, oh, I have this money that's coming, so everything's gonna be fine. So it didn't come yet, but I wanted to move in October. I put on Facebook Housing LA, a group I found. I put what I wanted as a post, and then this realtor replied, and she was like, oh, we have exactly that. She sent me a video, and when I watched the video, I started crying, because I was just like, this is it. Because I kept looking at houses, and they were so ugly, and I was like, where am I supposed to go? Because I'm not going to these. I'm not going to these houses. And mind you, I wanted a 1-bedroom, no roommates, which is expensive here. But I'm not compromising. I do not want roommates, or else like I'm gonna get annoyed, and I don't want how I live to affect another person. So if I want to throw up on the floor and leave it, I should be able to do that without somebody being like, can you do that? No, none of that. I'm not gonna do that, but none of that. So I'm looking for apartments. They're all fucking ugly and expensive, or too expensive. I asked my psychic for my budget. She told me a big one to me, but for what I wanted, everything was really high. But my rent is higher than my mom's, and like I already think my mom's is a lot to me. Like I wasn't having that money. I didn't have money. Also, before you move in, you need credit, bank statements that say that you make that much money. That's it. And credit. No. Credit, bank statements, and money. And if you don't have the credit, you need first, last, and deposit. So I had to come up with credit, bank statements, and that much money. I didn't have credit. I always did like little credit things, and it would always say 4. So I was like, whatever, I don't have credit. I don't know how I'm gonna get this apartment, but I need this apartment. The boy that I was friends with and accidentally fake dated, he put me on that he got his credit up in 3 months to like 700 something with Open Sky credit card. With Open Sky credit card, you put a $200 deposit, and then you just spend $30 a month and pay it off when it's due, and your credit will literally go up in 3 months. I used it and my credit went up. Then when I applied for the apartment, they ran my credit, and I had credit from student loans. It gave me credit. I didn't pay none of them, so I don't know why. So because I had credit, but I didn't have 700 whatever, they told me I have to pay first, last, and deposit. And I was still waiting on that money from before, so I asked my mom's friend to loan it to me. I had to pay him back. As soon as I moved, my agency booked me twice with Forever 21 in the same weekend. With the payment from Forever 21, I had 3 months of rent, but I had to pay him back, which was exactly 3 months of rent payment. I had $1,000 left over. My friend told me he'll pay for my rent for a month if I watch his dog for a month. This little demonic, dirty dog that destroyed my house. He was a pit bull, and he was damaged with neglectment or whatever. Neglectment. So every time you leave, he destroys the house. He broke the door, he peed on my bed. So like I would literally go downstairs to throw away garbage, he'll come up, pee in my bed. So for that, I got 1 month of rent. And then the next month, that was November, December, I paid for it I wrote an ebook, and I made like 2 months of rent with that. So every month, I just find a way to make money, and it works out because I'm smart. So you have to be smart. And then I'm pretty sure that my friend let me watch his dog for a month for the rent cost because I'm pretty. And he has a crush on me. So use what you got. My advice, if you're trying to do the same and you don't want to get a job, you're gonna have to learn how to finesse. The same way you had a reading log and you had to write what you read and you have your parents sign it, and sometimes you didn't have your parents sign it, and sometimes it was you signing it. You're gonna have to do that in life to get ahead. So there's an obstacle, you find a way around it. That's all I have to say. And learn how to be persuasive. That is the key to everything. If you are persuasive, you can do anything. If you're persuasive and pretty, you can really do anything. yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. Don't dislike it, because I'm gonna get hot. Bye.